And we have the great honor this afternoon to have Corey Cogdell here, three-time Olympian, 2 times bronze medal winner, international trap. Corey, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm David Lomardo for SHOT Show TV, and this is going to be a special interview. Corey, you are the only U.S. woman to actually win in your sport. Is that not correct?
That's correct. It's been such an honor to be the first woman in my sport to ever win a medal for the U.S. and not only one, but now 2. So it's pretty incredible.
And they're heavy.
They are. They're incredibly heavy. This one is actually the heaviest Olympic medal they've made to date. So it's roughly just about a pound. So if you wear this for too long, you'll get a neck ache.
There you go. So you were in the Olympics 2008, when you won the bronze,
Yes.
2012, and then again in 2016, and you won the bronze for a second time. That's a tough road. I mean, do you just train every day? What's your training schedule like?
Well, when I was a younger shooter, I definitely trained every day, 6 to 7 days a week for hours and hours a day. Once I kind of developed my skill and you know, my mental game more, I was able to kind of back off. And now I'm about 4 days a week, between 3 and 6 hours a day, depending on what I'm working on. So it's still pretty much a full-time job.
And do you live at the center, or how does that work?
So I'm based out of Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center. I lived in the dorms there for about 5 years, and then in the last 5 years I've moved off campus, and now I'm a non-resident athlete there.
So in your training regimen, what do you literally do? It's a very mental sport. And particularly, I would think in the Olympics, that would be a lot of pressure when you're out there shooting. It's one thing to prepare to shoot. It's another thing to prepare to actually psychologically be in the moment. What do you do for that?
Absolutely. So shooting is 95% mental once you get the technique down. So I work with a number of sports psychologists, run a number of training drills. A lot of it is just practice and repetition and learning yourself, learning how to control those negative thoughts, how to counteract them, and really, how to play the mind games with yourself. Because it's amazing the crazy thoughts that pop into your head when, you're in the lead, you have one target to win an Olympic medal, and you've got to stay focused in that moment. So it really is incredibly mental.
So you've been to several countries doing this. Is there any challenge to going to another country, don't speak the language probably? I mean, that's sort of in and of itself kind of an intimidating thing, is it not?
It is. There's always some interesting challenges that we run into, especially traveling with firearms. I've spent 8 hours in customs trying to get my guns cleared through customs.
Even though you're an Olympian?
Absolutely. Even though we filed all the paperwork beforehand, there's always some challenges. So you grow a lot of patience, and you're just got to be thankful that you're out here getting to do what you love and compete and travel around the world with guns. That's a pretty cool job.
And what a terrific role model for young women. What would you say to a young woman that would like to follow in your footsteps? What tips would you give them?
Well, I definitely think, as women, we're incredibly strong and powerful, and, firearms are something that, you don't have to be incredibly strong for, and we can really do it just as good as men. So I say go out there, have a good time, go get some lessons, and most of the time you're probably going to be better than your boyfriend or your husband in the long run. So just keep at it and have fun with it.
On that note, we'd like to thank Corey Cogdell for coming in today and talking to us. And for SHOT Show TV, I'm David Lomardo.